Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Martin and we're back for Black Sails episode 3. Last time on Black Sails, the main highlight of the last episode was John Silver decided to memorize the bits of information that was on the paper and then burnt it. So now only he has the knowledge to find this Spanish galleon loot treasure boat that Captain Flint has become obsessed over finding, and yeah, we're in a bit of shtuck. We've got people getting angry at each other. Someone fell in the water and lost all their pearls. There was a guy with no eyeball. Like, just everything just came to a head in episode 2, and now we're in a whole new messy situation. Basically, how are Flint and the rest of the guys and the Eleanor going to get the information out of John Silver and see if they can find this boat before everything else that could possibly go wrong goes wrong. But yeah, that's pretty much where we're at with Black Sails. So without further ado, let us jump in to episode 3 and see what this one's all about. Oh yeah, we're here, aren't we? It's been a hot minute since I watched the last episode, so I remember now where Captain Flint showed up at this place exhausted, and we don't really know where this place is.
You're dripping blood across my floor.
I mean, it is a bit rude. Let's be real, Flint.
Whoever tied this bandage was either blind or drunk.
Probably both. Yeah, it's good.
I found him, Miranda.
Parrish's ship. You found a schedule.
About that. There's some complications where that comes in. Oh, as if he's actually gonna write the right thing. No way in hell.
She said Max had a boat waiting. I went to check. It's no longer there.
I told her I would protect her. Did she not believe me?
Evidently not. Okay. We'll just bring a dead guy to your house. You don't mind, do you? And not just any dead guy. An important dead guy who we need to pretend is arrested. That's one hell of a favour to ask.
You promised 5,000 pesos of our money is gone, and someone's got to answer for it. Make it right, Jack. Quickly.
Giving you one chance, buddy. See how he does. Like, he has to have withheld some part of the information, right? He has to have done.
This describes a course that ends miles short of the coast, as the rest of the course.
In his head.
Well, I can't exactly write that down, can I?
Why not?
Because you'll
Well, you
kill
all
him.
seem rather angry with me.
Yeah.
What if I were to remain with your crew? When the time comes for me to reveal the last piece, I will be right by your side.
What's to stop me from killing you anyway?
It's a bold play, but it's probably the only one he's got.
From now, we might be friends by then.
Billy not convinced at all. He's going to do something to throw a spanner into the works. That is for shoresies.
We'll need some additional items that will exceed our normal demands. New guns, 12-pounders, at least a dozen of them.
You'll have it.
She's all in. She is really staking literally everything she has on this.
I think we need to canvass.
Oh, Billy.
No, because then we'd at least know who to watch out for and who to keep Silver separated from on the watch.
And there's a good chance by doing that you're going to cause the very same suspicion you're looking to ferret out.
I get Billy's concerns. I understand where he's coming from, but
Everything all right? Aye.
they've got to do what they've got to do, I suppose, at this point, and just see how it plays out.
Give me a yell if he tries to wander off.
He might do more than that. That knife might end up in John's leg. What the?
That's what I'll do if you should wonder.
Oh, okay. Imagine if you just woke up to that in the middle of the night.
And I hear Mr. Singleton making what sounds to me to be a lot of sense. Then less than a day later, he's dead. Flint remains, and everyone seems to have forgotten that any of it ever happened. Do you know of people who still harbor some anger towards the
God,
captain?
John's trying already.
Supposed to talk
Literally 2 seconds. 2 seconds after this, he's already at it. Oh my God, he's alive. He's actually alive. Are you kidding me? I thought for sure he was dead. How long has he been unconscious for? Like 2 days? A day?
Back to where you started, before you brought Mother and myself here. And we made you into the man that you always insisted to them that you were. Think on that, while you sit here and pretend that helping me isn't the only choice you have.
Fucking told him. Fucking told him. I was convinced he was dead. Maybe I'm stupid, but he looked pretty dead.
We've been on land 2 days, and you still haven't gotten yourself laid. Oh, that's the fucking mystery worth investigating.
This guy, all he cares about is watching other people getting laid. That's all he cares about.
The Lurker de Lima. We kept on the islands buzzing about who'll be joining you in consort.
News travels
I was
fast.
gonna say, everyone fucking knows about this thing now. They're trying to keep this shit secret. But I suppose Flint sort of fucked that by going, money!
No matter how many stories we convince ourselves we're part of, we're all just thieves awaiting a noose.
Civilization is a-coming. This whole show, it gives me very Red Dead Redemption vibes. That sort of turn of the century, the ways the world work is going to change shortly, and how does the current world adapt to that? It's giving me those vibes.
My name is Mrs. Barlow.
Who are you to him?
Marcus Aurelius. You read it? And at the risk of sounding presumptuous, I think you might find it helpful.
Well, I've never read that book, so that doesn't help me. I'm still in the dark because I'm uncultured and uneducated, apparently.
Mr. Turk, Randall, and the man in black. They are what's left of your mutiny.
As if John's helping them. Didn't see this coming. Didn't see this coming.
He believes there's a witch who lives deep inside the island who controls his every move. Fucking numbskull's been spreading those tales for years.
That's a mad thing to believe. That's incredible.
As we serve our men best when we rise above the fray and see the truth from an unobstructed vantage.
But you sound like one desperate motherfucker to me.
Yes, he does. He's not hiding it very well, is he?
You know exactly what every last man in that crew will be thinking. Christ almighty, I wish we had a captain 30 years younger.
Slap this man. Slap him. He's just trying to get in your head because he's desperate and he fucked up big time.
No, different captain. Comes with his own crew.
Really?
Oh my God, don't say it. Don't say who I think you're going to say.
Charles Vane.
Oh, he did. That's going to go horribly. Right? Flint's like, that is the stupidest thing you've ever said.
If we swallow our pride and help Flint land the Urca, who else on this island stands to benefit? Who else might see you in a different light?
Fucking Jack, man. He just gets into people's heads. Like, that's his special ability. Just get into people's heads. Get them to do what I want you to do. Fucking little shit that he is.
I want to talk about Mosiah. What about him? He's dead.
Mm-hmm.
And before we rise above anything, I want to hear your cowardly fuck of a captain apologize for it.
I'd like a moment to confer with my colleague.
Hey man, Flint's got a point. I mean, I get they're trying to do this deal and everything's hanging on it, but
Are you as surprised as I am that I'm the only one here behaving myself?
fucking Charles, he's a fucking dickhead.
She's all yours, Captain.
Oh, was it fucking Max? Did they grab her? They must have done, right? Yep. That's exactly what happened.
How did you feel when she threw you aside?
Too painful. He sees a mutual feeling of pain, apparently. Didn't stop him from having her, like, beaten and shit, like, because, you know, Charles is an asshole.
Do it.
Why? Why? Why is this happening? Why is this... I don't get it. As if his fucking bullshit from earlier on, like, oh, I trust her, her word is good enough for me. As if that actually worked.
Captain, the men. I need you now. Oh, shit.
That's not... This is all the wrong pieces in the wrong place right now.
Fuck you.
Please punch him again. Punch him again.
You will not sell anything. You will not buy anything. You will not eat anything.
No, no.
Unless you decide right now to elect yourselves a new captain.
Well, Charles is getting fucked. Flint would be happy with that.
You move, you die.
She's gonna die? I think she's pretty fucking good with those swords. I think she's a better fighter than anyone else here.
We could have left.
Don't bring that shit up.
We could have been free.
Don't bring that shit up now, right? I get it.
He
I
didn't do this
understand.
to me.
But
You did.
do not lay that at her door. I know
It looks like she just gave us a ship.
that did happen. Looks like you're back up, Gates. The length he went to avoid being captain. Only to be captain again.
But I'm not wrong about Flint. To him, we're all disposable.
I don't believe that.
I don't believe it either, but I feel his obsession could drive him down that path.
About Mrs.
And I'm not afraid of what is about to happen. For the same blow might have struck anyone.
Well, even after her reading, I still don't feel any the wiser as to what the actual dynamic is there. Some shit's gone down, but I don't know what. Maybe they were married and then I don't know. Okay, that was the reaction to Black Sails, guys. If you enjoyed it, please hit the thumbs up button. Helps this video get seen by more people. And consider subscribing if you don't want to miss any future videos. But for now, we're going to talk about this episode. Because I'm an idiot, I forgot to write things down for this episode, which I did for the previous two. But I'm just going to reel off the stuff that is sort of fresh in my head, coming directly out of this. Some kind of information, maybe I just wasn't picking up on all the nuances of what was going on with this character, whose name is still not ingrained in my head, but Flint has a woman who he goes to on a house on a hill, and I'm not sure what their relationship is or was, or how it's changed into something else possibly. There seems to be some kind of tension between the two of them. Perhaps they were married lovers or something like along those lines, and something has happened somewhere which has altered that relationship in some way. I feel like this episode was trying to tell me exactly what that was, but I just wasn't picking up on it exactly. That's my stupid fault, I suppose. But I don't know. It's interesting. I like that there is a dynamic, a different dynamic for Flint, and like how that might shape his decisions and motivations as the story goes forward. Because so far we've only really had him interacting with people who are, associates in the business that he runs, essentially. Like his crew, who he tries to use effectively but look after, the ones who are his friends, and the ones that he does dealings with, who he believes he can trust. Here we've got a character who is just completely separate to all of that, but there is a mystery to what has happened within that relationship, and where that might go, and how it might affect him and stuff. So I'm interested in it. Don't know if I fully understand it or if I'm supposed to at this point, but I feel like there were some big hints being dropped here. I'm just not sure if I picked up on it. If I didn't, I'm a dummy. Don't spoil it for me, because I'm sure the show will overtly reveal some of this stuff more as we go on. But I look forward to that stuff and seeing how that goes. But the main crux for this episode seemed to be Flint and Gates trying to prepare for this voyage to go and find the Spanish galleon with the treasure on it, and they need a second ship. That was the driving force of this episode, was to get hold of that second ship. We went through some loops to get to get there. We got to start with, they made a deal with this guy who has a fort on the island, and Gates was going to captain the ship, and the crew already knew him and all that stuff. But then Jack, that little sleazeball, that little slimy sleazeball with his creepy moustache, came in and sort of knocked the wind out of Gates's sail, where he was like, oh, I'm down for this, I can do this. And then, it literally took him 3 sentences to knock him off that perch of, I can do this, from Jack. Because he's a snake, a little sleazy snake, that guy. Then we ended up with Charles Vane and all them trying to come together to work out a deal, which worked, and then it didn't work because, as expected, Charles is a stupid meathead who only believes in punching and whatever, like that's going to solve all the problems in the world. And then obviously royally fucked up by having Max sort of tied up and beaten, basically got himself disavowed from that whole deal. But still, our sort of protagonists in the story have managed to procure his ship and his crew down to his stupidity, basically. So yeah, I feel this episode was a lot of back and forth. Like, we thought we were going down here, but no, we're actually going here. And it was it was building up the character relations within the bigger story, pushing forward, basically. That's what I was getting, and setting the stage for maybe where people are going to go in terms of who they trust and who they don't trust. Now, I said in the last episode when Max and Eleanor had their fight about what they wanted, like Max wanted the two of them to leave together and go and live off, like, I think it was like $5,000 or whatever it was, and just be rid of all of this, leave it all behind. Eleanor was like, no, this is my life, this is what I've built up, I've spent my life building this up, and I want to make it the best it possibly can be, and say, look, I achieved this, I did this, I'm not living in the shadow of my father, I'm capable of running the show, essentially. And I got that. I understood both where they were both coming from, but I sided more with Eleanor. I understood where she was coming through a lot more. You can't just ask someone to tear themselves away from their life's work, effectively, and think that that would be okay. As much as I understood Max's desire, just like, all you need is love, and I love you, and I won't leave you, and I get it, but I did find myself sort of siding with Eleanor in that sort of fight, as good as the scene was. Here, in this episode, I'm a little annoyed at Max. I understand she's hurting, I understand she's been through fucking hell, especially in this episode, but like, I don't know, like at the end there, it just felt like she was torturing herself to torture Eleanor, and I was just like, come on now, there's a better way to deal with this. Now you're just stooping to a different level. Like, I don't know what you're hoping to achieve from this other than to, purposely drive a dagger through the person you claim to love. Like, I don't get the mindset as such, but we'll see where it goes, I suppose. I'm not 100% sure on where it might go, but I don't know. Max is annoying me a little bit now, even though I feel bad for her. But that whole thing annoyed me. Although I am very happy that Charles finally got some consequences, because he needed some shit to be thrown at him, like, properly, and for it to stick. Obviously, we've now got this massive rift in the whole situation, because Charles and the remaining members of his crew know what's at stake here, and everything. They know everything, and obviously they're going to be doing everything in their power to fuck it all up. So I imagine that's where that's going to go. We'll see, and I don't imagine Charles is going to have much in the way of, tact when it comes to that. I don't know. We'll see. I imagine there's going to be some casualties in regards to this whole situation at the end of this episode had set up. But then the main thing, the thing that took me by complete surprise, was that Eleanor's father was still alive. He must, like, that gunshot to the shoulder, I thought, oh, he has survived that, right? He survived that. It only hit him here, and yeah, I'm sure it was painful, and obviously with it being the times that it is, not an easy wound to fix up, especially if you, like, get infected or anything like that. But, like, it seemed like he was dead. But turns out, no, he was just, like, knocked out. It was fucking KO'd for a day and a half or something like that, and now he's being held at this house that Flint and the woman whose name is completely escaping me as I'm trying to record the segment of the video, he's stowed up there. So I don't know where that's going to go. Presumably, while he's there, he's going to be learning as much about Flint as he possibly can, and to try and use against him, because at the moment he doesn't like his options. He doesn't like that he has to trust his daughter for some reason. He doesn't want to believe that, like, she can do what he does, and, you know, just being typical alpha male syndrome thing going on there. So he's going to be trying to find a way to, you know, wiggle around the back of Flint somehow and, like, fuck him over. At the end of this episode, we've got a lot of people who want to screw over Flint, and probably very pissed off at him. That's where we're at with this show. But I'm still super invested. I'm really enjoying the show. 3 episodes in. Really looking forward to where it's going to go. And we'll see. Everything is, you know, very dramatic so far. Although I'm kind of hoping hopefully we soon sort of maybe, you know, set sail. It seems like we're getting to that point where we're going to be, like, setting sail from the island, and they're going to be going on their hunt for the Spanish galleon. So we'll see. And maybe that will all start up in the next episode, but who knows? I don't. Some of you guys probably do because you've seen the show, but please continue to join me on this adventure, and we'll be back for episode 4 next week. Thank you for watching this video, guys. If you enjoyed it, please hit the thumbs up button. It helps this video get seen by more people, and maybe consider subscribing so you don't miss anything in the future. It's also the best way to let me know that you're enjoying the content that I'm making and that you want to see more of it. Other than that, as I say, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will hopefully catch you on the next one.